Yo, what's up, guys? James Carter TV here to discuss a big free agent signing, probably the last big free agent signing of this free agency period, unless something, somebody gets released or something big happens like that. But before I get into what happened, make sure if you are new to this channel to click right up there in that corner to subscribe for more videos, and make sure to follow me on Twitter at James Carter TV. Now, let's talk about DeSean Jackson. Now, a couple of days ago, about 4 or 5 days ago, he was released from the Philadelphia Eagles, and all these rumors about his gang affiliations and all this came out, which I just think is kind of bullshit. I mean, this guy, yes, has he been known to hang out with the wrong crowd? Maybe, but I don't think he's in a gang. I mean, we saw Aaron Hernandez and how he was in a gang and how big of a deal that was, so that's going to scare teams away from DeSean Jackson. Turns out it didn't, because the Redskins felt so comfortable with him. They gave him a 3-year, $24 million, with only $16 million guaranteed, but a 3-year, $24 million contract, and there may be some more incentives in that. And this is a move that I am a big supporter of. I'm not a Redskins fan. I'm far away from the Washington Redskins, but I just look back and I say, wow. What a move here to what the Redskins have done. And remember, earlier this offseason, they signed Andre Roberts, who used to be a part of the Arizona Cardinals. He was their third wide receiver, their slot guy who can move around. He can move outside too. And they signed him, and I thought, well, he can't be a number 2. I didn't think he could be a number 2, but this move now allows Andre Roberts to get back to that slot wide receiver, number 3 position, wide receiver, where he can shift around, go all over the field, and make plays. You obviously have Pierre Garçon and now DeSean Jackson. I would like for Pierre to still be the number 1 because he's been very successful being the number 1 in Washington, but it really doesn't matter, okay? It really doesn't matter who the number 1 is. They could both be number 1B, okay, as far as I'm concerned. You now have 2 number 1s on each side, 2 number 1 worthy wide receivers. Take advantage of these 2 men. And Robert Griffin III, who stunk last season, let's not sugarcoat it, he was terrible last season. He now has the weapons around him. Alfred Morris behind him. You know Alfred Morris can run the ball. I mean, he's been doing it. He did it his rookie season, getting over 1,600 yards. Last season, I'm pretty sure he ended up with over 1,200, maybe over 1,300 yards yet again. He's no, one-hit wonder. Alfred Morris can run the football. This offensive line can run the football. Now, the right guard, Chris Chester, is still a little questionable. I would like for them to upgrade the right guard position. And, they signed some guys like Mike McGlynn of the Green Bay Packers. But, still, the right guard is kind of a need for me. And if they could fix that in the draft, which is going to be hard to do. There's not a lot of great guards in this draft. And they could fix that need. And I still think, for me, that cornerback is a need. Yeah, they did re-sign D'Angelo Hall. They drafted David Amerson a couple years ago. And they re-signed E.J. Biggers. But, that's not a great cornerback core. I would like for them to draft another cornerback in this draft. And also, they need inside linebackers. They signed Daryl Sharpton and Akeem Jordan. But these are guys that I'm not sold on. They signed Ryan Clark too. They have pretty much, the roster is pretty much set, but it's set with a lot of guys who are just like, you can upgrade that position. But now their offense is pretty much done. The only need on their offense now is right guard. They have their wide receivers. They have their tight end in Jordan Reed. Logan Paulson can catch things every now and then and block every now and then. So there's that. Your offense is set. That's where John Gruden's gonna live. Your defense still needs work. You have a lot of guys there where you're like, can they play? I don't know, upgrade those positions where it's really ambiguous whether or not they can play well. And you also have to rely on Adam Carricker to play well, to play better than he did last season. Ryan Kerrigan needs to step it up. Brian Arakpo, you re-signed him, you franchised him. Yeah, I don't know if they franchise or re-sign, but you got him back. They're gonna come after the rush after the passer. So fix the defense. The defense is now the issue with the Washington Redskins because the NFC East to me is wide open. It is wide open to me. The Eagles made a mistake to me when they got rid of DeSean Jackson. This was the #1 wide receiver on your team last year. He ended up with over 1,300 yards, over 80, I think he got 87 receptions last season. And you got rid of this guy, and this guy's still pretty young. He can still do a lot of things out there on the field. I don't understand that at all. So I think the Eagles, and they did get Darren Sproles, but I mean the Eagles, I think they really messed up when they let go of DeSean Jackson. Now the Redskins are back. They're back, ladies and gentlemen. But can they fix their defense? That is a question to me at this juncture. It is the Redskins, Giants, and Eagles. I'm already done with the Dallas Cowboys. I am not putting the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not picking them to win the division. Oh, hell no. You expect me to pick the Cowboys to win this division after letting go of DeMarcus Ware, Jason Hatcher, all these fools and nincompoops? No way. Redskins making a push for the NFC East. We'll see if they can get it. James Carter TV. I will be back later today to make my updated mock draft, so make sure to stay tuned for that. It's an NFL day here on James Carter TV. I'm out. Peace.